Varsity Club, welcome back to another classic. For Charlotte, the pressures, we go with the, got it by a couple of steps here. We're throwing one deep. McConnell, leave a like on the video, subscribe if you're enjoying the content. Let's jump back into the action. Week 13 is another big one for Cascade Valley. We have multiple recruits visiting this week. Those recruits are Clayton McFadden, Ken Manson, Jeremy Bell, Xavier Mason, and Austin Houston. All are very important, and primarily all of them are on defense. McFadden is interesting though because, as you'll recall, Auburn is a team that has beat us in very close fashion, and he has Auburn as his #1 school. We're down 905 minus 455 week over week because of them having some interesting luck. We're gonna see what we can do. We are going to need to rush for over 100 yards. He could be a running back, he could be a receiver. He's got a lot of really good attributes here. We'll figure it out, but we know that he's fast, he's talented, and we need him on our team. Xavier Houston we're feeling pretty good about, but Tulsa is sort of creeping up. We're maxed out at our points at 550, but they're still plus 55 week over week. Need a big week for him this week, getting some spotted passes, a couple of interceptions, and beating this team. I think we'll be fine. This is the week the losing has to stop. We have had some close games. We've had some embarrassingly close losses. We've had so many mistakes recently that have just hurt us time and time again. That's going to stop today. And look at Derwin. Look at Marvin Derwin. Give him the Heisman. That is the record for most passing yards in the season on the first play of the game. And Marvin Derwin broke some tackles, juked the guy out of his shoes, and 78 yards later, we're in the end zone. If there's a way we wanted to start our home game after this losing streak, that's the way that we wanted to start. An unreal play by Derwin and company to make that happen. Great blocking, great pass, and great moves down the field. I mean, we got recruits in the house right now. We're telling them, you come to Cascade Valley, we're gonna have some big time players making big time plays, and you can be one of them if you want to. Pass out here to the edge. Jordan Damon, if he goes vertical, he's got a pick, but he goes south and he doesn't. Credit where credit's due. That's a great little throw. We're trying to get some blitzing coming here. We need a couple of sacks today, remember, if we want to get some of those defensive recruits. Bring a little press coverage. Shockley's got to move over so we can cover his guy. They're going with the run. We should have known. He goes up the middle, and the young fella keeps moving forward for 7. Our biggest goal here is just to lock up and put points on the board. We have struggled so much with having a good first half and then struggling after, but what a sack by Landon Rawls, who now I believe has the school record for most sacks in a career. 16. Mervyn McMurvin, another record falls. Keeping things going here. We're going to pinch the line, 2nd and long. They go with the run. We have struggled against the run, and that's our biggest thing on defense to stop. I think more than anything, it's just not turning the ball over on offense. We don't turn the ball over, we're winning so many more games. What we've won so far, they had a guy deep. We get another sack, big fella. I see you, Thomas Carroll. I don't remember the exact number, but I think we needed somewhere in the neighborhood of like 2 to 4 sacks. Defensive linemen, well, we already have 2 when we're here in the first drive, so I like how things are trending. Miller Moody, though, sees a deep punt, wants to return it, but we know better than to mess up. McConnell and company back on the field. Let's get it. Looked absolutely fantastic on that first drive, but it was one play, so you don't want to, get too high in our own horse, but Lonnie Downs might need, no, he's good. Okay, he's standing up, he's fine. Marvin Derwin had that great little catch and run. Giving him the ball on the ground, see what he can do. He's running a dude over, we'll take the 3 yards. 5 wide, McConnell making an adjustment. He's got a guy going deep. He's got Miller Moody. Miller Moody with the big time catch for 35 yards. I know we need 100 yards rushing today, but good Lord, are we killing it in the passing game. Already over 100, I think, right now for McConnell. Trying to get some more. Derwin again, trying to find some room. Goes for 3 more. Not crazy, but it's productive. Derwin coming back out here. A little heavy set for us. Derwin again, trying to find some room. The block is not quite there, but the young fella pushes forward for 8 yards, and do the math. That's a first down. Going right back here to Derwin. Trying to contain the outsides. He's trying to find the inside lane, and he picks up 2. The play that he scored more than anything else off of has been the halfback toss. They got a lot of guys that can sit back and kind of move up, and they've been watching film. They were ready. 3rd and 13, 8th play of the drive. Trying to find something positive here. Mike Oliver's in. All he does is catch touchdown passes. Can he get another one here? Nice little route for him. Mike Oliver, the JUCO transfer. You're a JUCO. You're talented. Come play at Cascade Valley. We got a spot for you. I know Charlotte's not a great team, but good Lord, do we need this right now. We needed to play a team like this after the slide we've had. I mean, if memory serves me correct, we've lost 3 of our last 4. That's not exactly championship caliber teams out there. Another bad pass, and good God, he got killed by Ty Hammond. The good news is that even if we lost pretty much every game the remainder of the season, we're probably still good. We have 7 wins, which means we're bowl eligible, and right now we're slotted to play a bowl game, which is Fantastic news. It'd be the first time ever for Cascade Valley. 2nd and 5. They got a solid running game going. We're trying to stop it. Back with a company. We filled every gap but the gap that apparently mattered. Again, we need all types of pressure. We need deflected passes. We need... Hello? He's built different. Charlotte's feeling pretty good right now. They don't have any points on the board, but honestly, they're not too far off from getting some. And Magwood saying no first down on that play. One thing I'm incredibly worried about, though, is that we have so many seniors on our team. I don't really know how we're going to deal with these dudes when they have to leave. What a hit. Philip Antonio comes in. We had to make sure we cover the linebacker, so we were in a weird spot. But Philip Antonio, we slander him often. But the dude comes up with big-time plays time and time again. Like we were talking about, with so many seniors on defense, when those guys are going to be leaving in the offseason, it kind of scares me to know where our team's going to be going into next year. But you know what? I think we'll be fine. We have some recruits coming in the offseason that I think could be perfectly okay in the system. We also have some guys that are sort of, you know, sitting back out there that could also be doing well. So I think we'll be fine if we get us catch a pass. 3rd down, 3 yards to go. Derwin gets to carry. The blocking up the middle is stupendous. The jukes, the ankles, they're all gone. 22 big yards for him. There's something amazing about seeing your blocking come together like that. We have some senior linemen too, but for the most part, our line is going to be pretty youthful, and we have some good recruits coming into the offensive line too that I think will help us out next year. All in all, that's a long-winded way of me saying that enjoy the wins we have right now, because next year we're definitely not guaranteed to have this same level of success because we're missing a lot of key pieces and have a lot of new faces stepping in. But if there's a coach in America that can get this team to rally and win and dominate, it's Coach Mervin McMurvin. Connell back out here, feels the pressure. He's rotating. He throws one. Kyron puts his hands up. That's the first down. You have the ball pretty close to the 50. We could probably run it if we need to. We're going to go ahead and risk it for the biscuit here. We got an opportunity to get a first down. We're going for it. The pressure is there. McConnell throws one, and what a play by number 5. Murray with the deflection. Now our defense is in a tough spot. No regrets on that one. We're going to be fine. 1st and 10 again for Charlotte. Magwood coming through with the blitz. They pick it up pretty quickly. That one is nearly picked off by a lineman dropping back in coverage. We did a really good job in the first quarter of getting to the quarterback. Since then, not so much. These little counter plays they've been running have been incredible. Oh my God. I don't want to talk about the tackling there. Shockley saves a touchdown. Things just got a lot more crazy. 1st and goal for Charlotte. The pressure's there. We save another touchdown. This is big. Can we get a stop? They go with the QB dive, and we stop them again. I mean, if you sneeze, you're probably in the end zone here. This is going to be massive. Can we get the stop here? Ooh, we almost jumped off sides. They go with the run to the outside. No one's there. Charlotte is on the board because we went for it on 4th down and didn't get it. What we want to make sure we don't do is have a momentum swing, because we've been known to have a couple of those. McConnell's going to make an adjustment here. Little play action. Man is running for his life literally off the rip, and Kyron, or that was Lonnie Downs. Lonnie, what are we doing here? It's unfortunate to see receiver after receiver not put their hands up. They do. We're in a good spot. Speaking of putting your hands up, Ursery puts his hands up, and that's the first interception of the game from Connell. Hopefully the last. We talked about not turning it over, and then we just sort of make plays like that one that become counterproductive for what we're doing, as Zion Shockley gets a sack. Trying to get more pressure again on that quarterback. When we've done a little bit of pressure, he's been ineffective. This man heard us talking and is literally trying to prove us wrong as he throws Jordan Damon to the ground. Excuse me. Big 3rd down here. Shifted our guys over a little bit. We're watching the middle. That quarterback's trying to scramble. Thomas Carroll says you got nowhere to run, nowhere to hide. 2nd sack of the game for him. That gives us 4th and 13, deep in their own territory, which means that Miller Moody has an opportunity to return the punt with honestly good field position in front of him. Decent punt here. Miller trying to get one block. He sees it, runs into his own guy, cuts it back a little bit. Miller sees some traction on the back half side of the field. He's cutting around. He gets almost to the 50. We'll take 19 yards on that. Incredibly close game. We've made some mistakes. We've got to bounce back from that now. Connell looking to get things going. He had his running back almost, but he decides to pick it up anyways. We need the rush yards, so we might as well get him, and he scampers out of bounds after 17 big yards. Out there in the edge, Christensen's going to go deep. Christensen's got him by a couple of steps here. Throw one deep. McConnell's got him, and Kyron is going to pick that one up. Passing touchdown, number 25 on the season. Big fella, we see you out there. McConnell has incredible arm talent. His arm strength is very good. Sometimes he doesn't really get a hold of the ball all the way, and you see passes that necessarily don't always get to their target, but on that one, he made sure it got there and then some. Well, second down, 6 yards to go. A lot of pressure on the quarterback, and he nearly got sacked again. That was only the second incompletion of the day for this quarterback, which is kind of wild when you think about it. We cannot tackle this dude. Calvin Camp is running wild. Clock is definitely ticking right now for Charlotte. Minutes and change on the clock. Magwood got in there to the quarterback, but he's going to find a way to get it to him, and Antonio's going to get him, and they have to call their first timeout. Actually staying corrected. That was the second timeout that they've had to take, so they have one left right now with 57 on the clock. Was a first down, so I don't really think they had to call that one, to be honest with you, but we get another sack there. That's at least 4 right now for our defensive line. They're going at it. Charlotte going to the hurry up now. Quarterback all by his lonesome, goes across the middle. We get a hit on him, and they're short of the mark. Third down and 3. We got a couple of guys running deep. We couldn't get our guys set, and they quickly get a touchdown. Wrong defense, whatever it is. Our guys didn't line up in time. They quick snapped us, and they got beat deep because of it. 9 seconds left. It's a 1-score game. Should be multiple, but things happen. McConnell throws one deep. He's got Romello Dawkins, who's going to pick that one up. Dawkins has all the time in the world. He's going to try to get into the end zone, and he's going to be short. 71 yards, but he needed another 10 or so to get into the end zone. So going into halftime, it's a 7-point game. Some big plays from our team, but some bad mistakes have let Charlotte be right in this game. Now, Charlotte had the ball to start the half, but they couldn't really do much with it, so we quickly picked it back up thanks to our defensive effort. Derwin up the middle for 2. Got Miller Moody in the slot. Gonna bring him over for a little option play here. Pitch it out to Moody. We probably should have just given it off to our guy Derwin and let him run wild with it. Third down, 13 yards to go. McConnell trying to find a way to get a conversion here. That linebacker sat on it, and lucky that didn't get picked. You really kind of see it where we start off incredibly strong. We make one mistake, and then we just sort of let teams hang around afterwards, and that's not great. Got one guy in motion, Magwood, eager to blitz here. Thought it might have been a little bit of a play action. It wasn't. They get it to Elder, and Elder's going to pick it up down for 22 yards. Props are due. That was a really, really good play there to make sure they picked up that blitz. But we got a sack immediately the next play. They had no one back there to help out the quarterback, and he went down quick. I don't know how we're going to do with the corner side of stuff, but from the defensive line, those recruits should be very happy. They're seeing what our team can do. It's just everyone else is not really being involved. Outside of tackling, they're doing great, but nothing really else. Third down, 14 yards to go. We're in a fantastic spot to stop them here. Would love to see a pass break up sometime soon, but it's just not really in our cards. Our quarterback's been doing well, 10 of 14. Most of his incomplete passes have been thrown out of bounds. They get a deep punt, puts us back in our own territory. And here's Durbin trying to get things going as he picks up 8. 2nd and 2 here. Christensen, no safety help. Might have another big play potential here. He's got him beat deep. We're throwing it up. McConnell's got him. He underthrew him a little bit, but Christensen's going to grab it, and that's going to be a monster game for him. I think he might just have broken these single game receiving yards for Cascade Valley. You try to press cover him. You have no safety help. You don't have guys that can do that. 26 passing touchdowns now for McConnell, breaking our previous record held by Coach McMurvin. But I think Christensen might have just broke the single game receiving yards record too. He was only 157. And I think he might have broke it just there. Whatever the issues were with McConnell and that deep ball accuracy that he had earlier in the game, I think we figured it out. The young fella has been all over them today, especially in the second half. Defense is putting in work right now. They're going under center. Magwood's going to bring him down immediately after 2. A lot of opportunities here to shut him down again. Sending Magwood on the blitz. He's pretty much free. They get us on the inside route, and we bump him past the line. We might have to switch out of man coverage and just pray that going to zone will help our guys do something to get some sort of stop out there from a corner perspective, but it's not looking likely. Another first down here for Charlotte. These guys in our safety help. They run up the middle. This little running back, this is actually their backup running back coming in for a major gain too. We can't stop the run. I mean, we're showing example after example as to why we need the defensive line help. So these recruits should be feeling pretty good about their chances to come out here and do something. And look at this dude, Eric Crouch Jr. 42 yards, House Mazzilli. I mean, we thought we were doing well, and then we just let that dude do that. So I'm honestly a little bit perplexed at the moment. Here we go with Christensen picking up more yards again. The young fella nearly broke out of another one. That's actually gonna be the school record for most passing yards in a game. Christensen actually has 143, so he's getting close to having the record, but he needs a little bit more on his side, but I think he's gonna get it. McConnell breaking his own record though, that's a W. Can't forget though, as a team, we need 100+ rushing yards. I don't know if we're quite there yet, so let's keep things moving and try to go for positive gains. I'm going to imagine we're pretty close though, because Derwin himself has about 50, so everyone else should be pretty close. A bit of panic here. We could have thrown one of downs deep, but didn't really feel like the play considering multiple guys were back there. Running to the outside doesn't really feel good. We're going to switch back to the right hand side, go to the short side of the field, and that honestly didn't really feel great either. Derwin's been struggling a little bit today. He's been great in the passing side, but the running side, the blocks just haven't been there. JoJo Johnson goes up the middle, picks up 5, but it's still 3rd and long. Derwin actually had a bruised sternum, but he came over to coach and said, look, I'm good to go. Put me back in the game. So we're going to honor that and keep him back in here. McConnell ready to go. Finds Downs. Lonnie Downs picks up the 1st down. McConnell has completed 9 passes for nearly 400 yards. It's been an incredible game for him. The deep coverage has been terrible for Charlotte, and we've abused it literally all night long. Read option game's looking really good right now. We're going right back to it. Derwin finds that 1st down and a little bit more. Little read option earlier didn't necessarily work. We're going to try it again here with Downs. Fake to Derwin looks pretty good. The pitch out. We got Lonnie Downs again, not the fastest human being on the planet, but he is going to push his way forward for 9. That gives us 100 rushing yards on the day. As long as we don't lose any, we're good from here on out. It's pretty favorable here for Derwin to get some more yards. Good for the blocks. The juke didn't really go anywhere, but again, we're at 1st and goal now. Derwin's also been really good today despite somewhat questionable blocking for him, but we're going to see what he can get here on the edge. Good for the block. He got him, and look at that. Derwin is in. Another rushing touchdown. It's been an incredible season for him. I want him to have 1,000 yards on the year, and right now he's kind of borderline on pace. We need to make sure we pad those stats some. That's actually the school record for rushing touchdowns in a career. 22. Mervin McMurvin. He's not happy, but he's happy at the same time. Big thing there is we took a lot of time off the clock. Right now, if you're Charlotte, you gotta pretty much be in pass happy mode. You can't really be running a ton, which means that quarterback's probably doing most of their work. And if we can make him pretty tired, that bodes very well for us right now. We got a couple of guys emotionally actually go for the run. I'm shocked. 1st and 10 again for Charlotte. 4.5 minutes left. They go for a quick pass, and Jordan Damon makes him pay. Let's see what we got here. Magwood and company. 2nd and 8. They go for the pitch, and Magwood, he was ready. It took us essentially the entire game, but I really feel like we've started to get a feel for what they're actually doing out there. I say that, and then we give up a 40-yard pass down the middle of the field. I'm crying. The sad realization we're going to have is that the 2 interceptions, the 4 deflected passes, we're absolutely not getting those today, which it is what it is. But Philip Antonio says, here's one pick. Wait a second. There's a chance. Honestly, you'd love to see it. Philip Antonio, what a guy. Have we slandered him a lot? Possibly. But you know what? He's doing okay. Well, 2nd and 7. Let Derwin push forward. Man, if they could just block for this dude, the things he could do on the field. Even if we don't get a conversion here, I'm honestly not really mad. Not really mad at all. We're actually going to put Christensen on a little curl route here. Send Dawkins deep. We want Christensen to get another pass. He got it, and I think that's going to be close to giving him the record. That is now officially the record for him. Single game yardage. Took it back from Lonnie Downs. John McConnell, 12 yards away from 400 on the afternoon. We definitely want to try to get him that as well. Derwin again, fights through the middle. Nothing crazy, but 4 more to add to the total. Charlotte still feels like they're in this game somehow. Not really sure why, but they're feeling optimistic. McConnell's out here scrambling like crazy. The man's going to get out of bounds, which isn't what we exactly wanted, but I'll take it. 4 yards or so to go. Pressure's real. McConnell says, I don't care about pressure. It makes diamonds, and the man just gets out of bounds again, which isn't ideal, but they use the timeout, which feels really, really dumb. But then Derwin go up the middle here so McConnell can catch his breath, and we're going to go right back to the passing game because, again, I want those 12 yards for our guy to make sure he has 400 on the afternoon. 2nd down. Pressure's real. You got a guy moving. This is a deep pass, and Lonnie Downs catches it at the 1. That could have been an incredible touchdown. In the NFL, he's rolling over and in the end zone, but instead, McConnell throws an absolute wild pass down the field. They can't recover quick enough, and we're on the 1-yard line. Nobody I trust more to score than 1-yard line than our guy, Marvin Derwin. He's had an incredible season, just broke a career record for most touchdowns from a running back. We're gonna let him do it again. Keep adding that total, young fella. You deserve it. Now look, this game is still important because if we get one more interception, that's going to help us get some points for those cornerbacks that we're trying to ultimately get right now. So pray to God that one of these dudes can get an interception. Watching what we got here. That's definitely not going to be the pick, but that dude may not wake up from that hit. Switching our coverage up a little bit. Might be going for a spike here. They have no timeouts, but he's under center. He's actually going to keep it. I don't understand how we have dudes deep and our safeties forget to cover the guys down the middle. That dude Rico Arnold has 168 yards receiving today. As good as Christensen's been, that dude has been just as good, if not better. Charlotte obviously spiking the ball there to preserve a little bit of clock. Playing for the pass. We're watching the QB run as well. They baited us. We hit him kind of late, but so much for that second pick. It's not happening. A game that was way too close for comfort, that we should have blown this team out, but a win is a win. McConnell, 428 yards, 4 touchdowns, 53 on the ground. Derwin had 2 rushing touchdowns, 1 receiving touchdown. Our team, they found a way to get it done. Recapping the stats, McConnell goes 11 for 17, again 400 plus yards, 4 touchdowns, 1 very bad interception. But after that, he figured it out. Darrow goes 22 for 82, 2 touchdowns. Again, this dude had a lot of carries today. No fumbles, which is honestly the most important part. McConnell played pretty well there. Johnson came in. Moody, that run wasn't really his fault. And then Downs came in with a 9-yard rush too. In the area, it was all about Kyron Christensen. 4 grabs, 159 yards, and 2 touchdowns, a long of 85 as well. The kid from Sioux Falls, South Dakota, was killing it. Lonnie played pretty well. We had a big catch by Marvin that went for 78 yards. So a big one from Romello. Mike Oliver came in with 1 catch and a touchdown, which is what he does. And Miller Moody had a nice grab too. On defense, Zion Shockley was literally everywhere today. 7 tackles for him, as well as Antonio Magwood. From a sack perspective, we had a lot of guys getting involved today. 2 from Landon Rawls, 2 from Thomas Carroll, 1 from Shockley, 1 from Antonio, and Philip Antonio comes in with an interception as well. 6 tackles for him, 3 for a loss, a sack, and a pick. That dude killed it on defense as well. It wasn't the win that we wanted in the way that we got it, but still, a win is a win. We will take it because our team needs it. We now improve to 8 wins on the season, which is a job well done. Be safe, be smart, tell somebody you love them. Catch you guys in the next one.